Mysterious ruins, eerie handprints, and ancient monsters scarier than this one. Here are 15 of the creepiest and most incredible underwater discoveries. Beneath the cold, dark waters of the Baltic Sea, something ancient may be lurking. In recent years, divers and researchers have uncovered strange, fossilized remains deep below the surface. Massive bones, unusual formations, and unidentifiable structures that have sparked a wave of speculation. Could this be proof of a prehistoric sea monster, a creature that once ruled the depths of the north? Among the discoveries, one of the most baffling is a set of gigantic vertebrae-like structures partially buried under layers of sediment. Some scientists believe these could belong to an unknown species of massive marine reptile, possibly a remnant of the Mesozoic era. Others argue they might be natural rock formations, their eerie symmetry nothing more than a trick of nature. But the perfect alignment of these massive segments suggests otherwise. Local fishermen have long told stories of something huge and unexplainable moving beneath the waves. Some claim to have seen shadowy figures gliding just below the surface, too large to be any known marine life in the region. Could these accounts be connected to the recently discovered remains? The Baltic Sea's icy depths have preserved shipwrecks and artifacts for centuries. If a creature once roamed these waters, its remains could be incredibly well preserved, waiting for discovery. Not all mysteries of the deep take the form of lost ships or ancient creatures. Some are right beneath us, carved into the very fabric of the ocean floor. In several locations across the world, perfectly symmetrical circular holes have been discovered at depths where no human hand or known marine life could have created them. These formations stretch across vast areas, forming geometric patterns that seem too precise to be random. One of the most famous sites was discovered by NOAA researchers in 2022 during an expedition near the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. At a depth of 1.6 miles, they encountered a series of evenly spaced holes running in straight lines along the seabed. At first glance, they looked like drill sites, yet no known equipment or natural process explains their creation. What's even stranger is that these formations have been found in multiple regions, from the Pacific depths near California to the icy waters of the Arctic. Some scientists suggest they may be the work of deep-sea organisms burrowing into the sediment, but no creatures have been observed making these marks. Others theorize that escaping methane gas or volcanic activity could have punched through the ocean floor in an eerily uniform way. But the perfect spacing of the holes, along with their consistent size, makes this explanation hard to accept. And then there are the more unusual theories. Some speculate that the holes could be remnants of ancient structures now buried under shifting ocean currents, their original purpose long lost. Others wonder if they might be evidence of unknown technology, perhaps even something not of this world. What makes these formations truly baffling is the fact that, despite multiple research missions, no one has ever witnessed them being formed. They simply appear, unchanged, unexplained, and waiting for answers. In 2001, a research team using sonar technology stumbled upon something astonishing deep beneath the waters of Cuba's western coast. At a depth of 2,000 feet, their scans revealed what appeared to be large, symmetrical structures, some shaped like pyramids, others resembling city streets and plazas. The formations stretched across an area of more than 7.7 square miles, far too structured to be a natural formation. The discovery sent shockwaves through the archaeological community. If these were truly man-made structures, they would have to date back over 50,000 years, a time when no known civilization should have been capable of constructing anything so advanced. The implications were staggering. Had an ancient, unknown people built a city here, only to have it swallowed by rising seas? Or was this something else entirely? For years, debate has raged over what these structures could be. Some researchers argue they resemble Mesoamerican architecture, drawing comparisons to the pyramids of the Maya. Others believe they might be even older, possibly remnants of a civilization predating recorded history. But with no confirmed artifacts, inscriptions, or human remains, the mystery remains unsolved. Adding to the intrigue, the Cuban government has been tight-lipped about further investigations. Some suspect that a more detailed exploration has already taken place, but the results are being kept under wraps. Conspiracy theories have flourished, with some claiming that these ruins are linked to the legend of Atlantis, while others suggest they could be evidence of an ancient catastrophe that reshaped the world. The further we descend into the ocean, the closer we get to what feels like another planet. At the very bottom of the Mariana Trench, nearly 7 miles beneath the surface, lies one of the most extreme environments on Earth. No sunlight reaches these depths. The pressure is so intense that few life forms should be able to survive. And yet, down in the darkness, some of the strangest creatures ever discovered thrive. Exploration missions have captured eerie footage of transparent beings, fish with no eyes, and creatures that glow in complete darkness. Then there are the unexplained structures. In 2016, scientists using deep-sea drones discovered a perfectly smooth, circular hole in the trench floor, unlike anything seen before. It appeared artificial, yet there was no evidence of human activity in the area. Another expedition recorded strange sounds, deep, resonating noises with no identifiable source. Some speculate they could be calls from an unknown species, one that has adapted to life in the extreme cold and pressure. Some researchers believe the trench could still hide undiscovered giants, ancient predators that have remained hidden in the darkness. Others suggest the unique conditions of the trench might even support microbial life unlike anything found on Earth, potentially offering clues about what might exist on other planets. The deeper we explore, the more we realize how little we truly understand about the world beneath us. Not all lost worlds belong to the future. Some have been swallowed by the sea, their secrets hidden for thousands of years. Off the coast of France, beneath the Mediterranean, lies the Cosquer Cave, an ancient site accessible only to skilled divers. Discovered in 1985, it contains something truly chilling: hundreds of human handprints, eerily pressed into the rock, frozen in time. These handprints, estimated to be over 27,000 years old, are unlike ordinary cave paintings. Some appear distorted, as if the fingers were missing or deliberately shortened. Others are arranged in patterns that researchers still struggle to decipher. Were these markings a form of early communication, a warning, or part of a ritual we no longer understand? The cave also contains paintings of extinct animals, giant deer, wild horses, and even penguin-like birds, evidence of an ecosystem that no longer exists. But it's the hands that leave the strongest impression. Some archaeologists believe they could be symbols of survival, left behind by early humans facing an unforgiving world. Others suggest something more unsettling, that the missing fingers could have been intentional, part of a long-lost custom involving amputation, sacrifice, or self-inflicted pain. The fact that this cave is now completely submerged adds another layer of mystery. When these handprints were made, the Mediterranean coastline was miles away. Rising sea levels eventually drowned the cave, turning it into an underwater time capsule. What other secrets might still be hiding in the depths, just waiting to be discovered? Far beneath the surface of the Bering Sea, hidden in the cold abyss, lies something few people have ever heard of. Jemchug Canyon, the largest underwater canyon on the planet. It dwarfs the Grand Canyon, plunging to depths of 8,530 feet. A world so unexplored that it might as well belong to another planet. Unlike most deep-sea environments, Jemchug Canyon isn't just an empty void, it's teeming with strange alien-like life forms. Scientists have discovered entire forests of giant deep-sea corals, some centuries old and unlike anything seen in shallow waters. Enormous barrel sponges, bizarre glass sponges, and bioluminescent jellyfish drift through the darkness, creating an almost surreal landscape. But it's the mysterious structures on the canyon floor that have puzzled researchers the most. Some areas appear smooth and polished, as if something massive once moved across the seafloor, leaving deep scars in the sediment. Others contain strange ridges and geometric formations, possibly natural but eerily symmetrical. Could they be remnants of an ancient landslide or something far less understood? Deep-sea cameras have also captured unexplained flashes of light, appearing and disappearing without any known source. Some believe they could be the result of deep-sea volcanic activity, or something even stranger, unknown life emitting its own energy in the canyon's perpetual darkness. Despite its size, Jemchug Canyon remains largely unexplored. The crushing pressures and freezing temperatures make deep dives incredibly difficult, and much of what lies in its depths is still completely unknown. Could there be species lurking in the canyon that science has yet to identify? Some experts believe it's possible, especially given how little of the deep ocean we've actually seen. The ocean is full of strange sounds, whale songs, shifting tectonic plates, the groaning of icebergs breaking apart. But in 1997, scientists listening in on the depths of the Pacific Ocean recorded something that still defies explanation. A sound so loud, so powerful, that it was picked up by multiple hydrophones thousands of miles apart. They called it the Bloop. At first, some believed it was a signal from an unknown species, perhaps a massive, undiscovered sea creature lurking in the abyss. The sound had an organic quality, rising and falling like the call of a living thing. But there was a problem. If it had been made by an animal, that creature would have to be larger than even the blue whale, the biggest known living thing on Earth. Over the years, theories emerged. Some scientists suggested the bloop was caused by ice quakes, massive blocks of ice breaking away from Antarctic glaciers. Others believed it could be connected to deep-sea volcanic activity, yet the way the sound traveled, its unique pattern and speed, didn't quite match anything known. That hasn't stopped speculation. Some still believe the bloop is evidence of something lurking deep in the Pacific, a prehistoric leviathan, or even something more bizarre, an intelligent species hiding beneath the waves. The fact that no sound quite like it has been recorded since only adds to the mystery. Whatever caused the bloop, the truth is still buried somewhere in the ocean's vast, uncharted depths. Off the coast of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, an underwater world unlike any other has taken shape. Here, over 400 life-sized human statues stand frozen in time, their faces locked in silent expressions, their bodies slowly being consumed by coral. It's called the Silent Evolution, and it is one of the largest underwater art installations ever created. At first glance, the statues seem like ruins, as if an ancient civilization had been swallowed by the sea. But they are the work of sculptor Jason DeCaires Taylor, designed not just as art but as a new kind of artificial reef, meant to attract marine life and create a thriving ecosystem. Over time, the ocean has claimed them. Coral has grown over faces, fish weave between their arms, and the once smooth surfaces have been reshaped by the tides. Yet something about them feels unsettling. The way they stare blankly into the blue, the way they stand in organized groups, almost as if frozen mid-ritual. Some figures appear trapped, their heads encased in coral, their bodies barely visible beneath layers of marine life. Others are posed in everyday activities, reading, talking, sitting, yet their placement on the ocean floor makes them seem almost like ghosts of a drowned world. These statues serve a purpose. They protect the nearby natural reef by redirecting divers to a place where their presence won't cause harm. But at the same time, they have taken on an eerie, almost otherworldly presence of their own. What was once a project of art and conservation has transformed into a haunting reminder of how quickly nature reclaims what we leave behind. Beneath the murky waters of Rock Lake, a quiet body of water in Wisconsin, something unexpected is hidden. Submerged stone structures arranged in pyramid-like formations rest at the bottom of the lake. For decades, divers and researchers have argued about what they could be. Local legends have long spoken of an ancient civilization that once thrived in this region, one that built towering structures before the land was swallowed by water. In the early 1900s, fishermen reported seeing strange shapes beneath the surface, and in the 1930s, aerial surveys revealed dark geometric patterns in the lakebed. Sonar scans later confirmed it. There is something down there. Some archaeologists believe the structures could be linked to the Aztlan people, a mound-building civilization that lived in the area over 1,000 years ago. If so, this would be one of the oldest underwater ruins in North America. But others argue that these formations could be even older, evidence of a lost culture that predates recorded history. Skeptics claim the pyramids could just be natural rock formations, shaped by glaciers or shifting sediments. But if that were true, why do some of the stones appear precisely stacked, as if placed by human hands? And why have similar structures been found in other lakes across the Midwest? For now, Rock Lake keeps its secrets. The murky waters make deep exploration difficult, and full-scale excavations have yet to take place. But if these underwater pyramids are truly man-made, they could change what we know about the ancient history of North America. Since its discovery in 1985, the wreck of the Titanic has been one of the most famous underwater sites in the world. But something strange is happening, it's vanishing. The ship that once symbolized human ambition and tragedy is being eaten away, not by time, but by something far smaller. Scientists studying the wreck have found that the Titanic is being consumed by a newly discovered strain of bacteria, one that feeds on metal. This bacteria, unknown until recently, is breaking down the ship's steel at an alarming rate. Estimates suggest that within a few decades, much of the wreck could be completely gone, reduced to nothing but a rusty outline on the ocean floor. Even more unsettling, certain parts of the wreck are already missing. Some claim that natural decay is to blame, while others believe unauthorized salvage missions have stripped pieces away. Some even wonder if something unexplained could be at work, an unknown force at the bottom of the Atlantic, hastening the ship's disappearance. For now, the Titanic remains, its broken hull a silent witness to history, but it won't last forever. One day, future explorers may dive to its coordinates and find nothing but an empty seabed. The greatest ship ever built is fading into the abyss, and soon, all that will remain are the stories it left behind. In the Yucatan Peninsula, beneath dense jungles, a secret world of water flows unseen. The region is home to thousands of cenotes, natural sinkholes that lead to a vast underground river system stretching for hundreds of miles. This network, hidden beneath the land, is one of the longest known underground rivers in the world. Divers who enter these flooded caves find otherworldly landscapes, crystal clear waters, enormous caverns, and limestone formations untouched by time. But these cenotes are more than just natural wonders. They were sacred to the ancient Maya, who believed them to be portals to the underworld. In many of these caves, divers have found human remains, pottery, and ceremonial offerings suggesting they were used for rituals, sometimes even sacrifices. The discovery of hundreds of skeletons in some cenotes points to a dark history, one that archaeologists are still unraveling. The Yucatan's underwater rivers remain largely unexplored, with new tunnels being mapped every year. What else might be hiding in these flooded chambers, waiting to be uncovered? In 2011, a team of Swedish treasure hunters scanning the bottom of the Baltic Sea made a discovery that left the world stunned. Their sonar equipment picked up a massive disc-shaped object resting 300 feet below the surface. Measuring around 200 feet in diameter, its shape was striking, eerily similar to the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars. But this was no movie set. When divers reached the site, things got stranger. The object appeared to have unnatural grooves and stair-like formations, as if it had been shaped rather than naturally formed. Even more bizarre, their equipment malfunctioned when they got too close. Compasses, satellite phones, and cameras all stopped working near the anomaly. So what is it? Some researchers insist it's just a rock formation carved by glaciers, but others aren't so sure. The perfect symmetry and unusual material suggest something more. Some speculate it could be a crashed UFO, hidden beneath the sea for thousands of years. Others believe it might be the remains of an ancient human structure, built during an era now long forgotten. So far, no conclusive evidence has been found. Further expeditions are planned, but for now, the Baltic Sea anomaly remains one of the ocean's greatest unsolved mysteries. Just off Israel's coast, beneath the waters of Atlet Bay, lies one of the oldest sunken settlements ever discovered. Dating back 9,000 years, the village of Atlet Yam was once a thriving community, until the sea claimed it. Divers exploring the site have uncovered stone houses, burial sites, and even a well, all perfectly preserved beneath layers of silt. One of the most haunting finds is a circle of massive standing stones, arranged in a way that suggests it might have been used for rituals. Was this an early form of a Stonehenge-like site hidden beneath the sea? Even stranger, human skeletons found at the site reveal signs of tuberculosis, making Atlet Yam one of the earliest known examples of the disease in human history. Could it be that a plague contributed to the village's downfall, before the rising sea levels finally buried it forever? Scientists believe a tsunami may have been the final blow, wiping out the settlement and leaving it hidden beneath the Mediterranean for thousands of years. Today, Atlet Yam remains largely unexplored, but it's proof that entire civilizations can vanish beneath the waves, just like another strange underwater structure, one that has puzzled experts for decades. Off the coast of Japan's Yonaguni Island, resting nearly 85 feet below the surface, lies something that defies explanation. A massive stone structure with sharp angles, steps, and flat terraces sits on the ocean floor, an underwater pyramid-like formation that looks too precise to be natural. First discovered in 1986, the Yonaguni monument quickly became the center of controversy. Some scientists believe it's just a rare geological formation created by earthquakes and shifting plates. But others argue that the monument is clearly man-made, evidence of an advanced civilization lost to the sea. The most intriguing part? If it is a human-made structure, it would have been built at a time when this area was still above water, meaning the site is at least 10,000 years old. That would place it among the oldest known structures in the world. Could it be proof of an unknown advanced culture that existed long before recorded history? Divers exploring the monument have reported seeing strange carvings on the rocks, markings that resemble ancient symbols or writing. Yet without more research, the mystery remains unsolved. What is hiding beneath the waves, a lost city or simply the work of nature? To answer that, we turn to a site that is confirmed to be a real sunken city, the world's oldest. In the clear waters off the coast of Greece, an entire city lies frozen in time. Pavlopetri, believed to be over 5,000 years old, is considered the oldest submerged town ever found. Unlike many underwater sites, Pavlopetri's layout is perfectly preserved. Streets, buildings, courtyards and tombs can still be clearly seen beneath the waves. First discovered in 1967, the city was mapped using advanced sonar, revealing a complex urban design that suggests a sophisticated society once thrived here. Archaeologists have found pottery, tools and artifacts, indicating that this was a major trade hub before it was swallowed by the sea. So what happened? The leading theory is that earthquakes and rising sea levels slowly pushed Pavlopetri under the water. Unlike Atlantis, often considered a myth, Pavlopetri is real. A city lost not to legend but to nature itself. The site is now protected, but it remains one of the most significant underwater discoveries in history. It proves that entire civilizations can disappear overnight, leaving only ruins behind. How many more lost cities might still be out there, waiting to be uncovered? That's about it. Write in the comments which find scared you the most. For more useful information, watch other videos.